please recontrol your plane to land.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are now making our final approach on the GamesMaster resort. We wish you an enjoyable stay.
Oh, you're too kind. You're lovely. You're a bit exuberant, you are. Okay, the icy probing hands of Mr. Winter are beginning to be replaced by the warm, inviting thighs of Madam Spring. And out here on Europe's only video games resort, our holidaying minions are enjoying a slightly warmer front than usual, thanks mainly to the man who warms anyone's cockles given half a chance, the GamesMaster.
Hello. You must forgive me if I appear a little peevish this evening. My hemorrhoids are playing up something rotten on these dank steel structures. Oh, well, enough grumbling. We commence the evening proceedings with a noble challenge on Axe Razor. As a chivalrous knight, you will need to battle your way through the first level of the game and defeat the centre in under 1.5 minutes. Unsheath your sword.
And whiling away the seconds on this hack and slash is Jamie Spencer from Finchley. Jamie. Right, now, Jamie, how long have you been playing video games for?
For some time now.
Some time
Yeah.
now. Okay, we don't have to get specific. It's only time, Jamie, is it?
Yeah.
Inconsequential.
Yeah.
Okay, what do you like at platform games?
Quite good.
Quite good.
Completed too.
What ones have you completed?
Robocod and Golden Axe.
All right, now, is it true at the tender age of 13 you did social anthropology at Oxford University?
No.
Must be the next guy. Okay, if you'd like to have a little sit down there, Jamie, we'll get ready to play. And tonight's man with all the answers is Keith Pullen from the Nintendo Hotline. Welcome, Keith.
Hello, thanks.
Okay, now, I've got a feeling Jamie's in with a shout here. Can you give him any tips to help him on his way?
Obviously here at speed, he's just got to try and avoid everything he can and go for it.
Right,
really
rather
speed.
than taking the time to actually slash them.
Just go for it.
Okay, then. Jamie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Then off you go. Okay, here goes Jamie.
Okay, he's got to try and avoid those.
That's right, he doesn't want to waste time hacking and slashing them, but he's got to keep a careful watch on his energy in the top left corner of the screen.
Okay, he's going okay now. He's got to try and avoid that firefly. He's got to jump over the brambles. Okay, and jump up these steps here. Now, he should come across an energy ball in a minute if he hits that energy ball. If he hits the face there, a lock will come out the right
Hit it 3
side.
times, out comes Jamie's log, and off he goes.
Okay, he's going quite well now.
He's got 5 blue energy
If
bars
he hits
left,
that energy ball, they get all his energy back.
and
That's
he's
good.
up to full energy again. When all the
Okay,
bars
avoid
come
the
red, he's
werebear.
dead. Here he
Down
goes
the
on the
death
death
slide.
slide.
Okay, another werebear there.
Here. We have had, he's got 52 seconds left.
No, he's got to watch his energy. Got to try and save
Now,
as
what's
much
this tree
as
gonna
he
do here,
can for the
Keith?
central. Now, if he stays on the hands, okay, they will take him across the brambles. He'll be safe there.
Okay, he's got 41 seconds left. He's doing it right for time, Keith.
He's
is
almost
he?
there. He's doing very good for time, I think. He's
Okay,
almost
he's
there now.
got 6 energy bars left. We can see beside enemy the number of energy bars the centaur has. It's quite considerable.
Okay,
What sort of tactics should he be using here?
The thing here is he's got to watch out for the lightning. Now, when his spear flashes at the top, that means that he's going to fire lightning. He's got to watch out for that, and also watch out for the spear.
He's only got 18 seconds left. It's going to be very
now he's
close.
gotta be
He's
careful
doing
here.
well.
He's
But
gotta
he's
go
got
in.
to
He's
hack
gotta
away there.
attack.
He's only got 13 seconds left.
He's got about 10 more bars left of this
He's got to be
central.
quicker. He's got to be quicker here. Oh no, he's going to watch. He's backing into him.
No,
This
he's
centre's
got to
backing
hit him at the
He's
front.
only got 5 seconds left. 4.
He's got to hit him. He's got to
3,
go in.
2,
He has to go in now.
1.
Quick.
Time out. Time out. With only a few bars left on the centre, Jamie's time has run out, and his challenge is over. Round of applause for Jamie. Bad luck, Jamie. Now, Jamie, that was desperately close there. Where did you lose those vital seconds?
When the monster turned around, that lost me about 6.
When he bared his
Yeah.
rump at the end there.
Yeah.
Oh, well, never mind. At least it was a very exciting challenge for us to watch. Okay, so let's have another round of applause for our gallant competitor, Jamie Spencer. While Auntie Marisha mops up the tears of another crestfallen campaigner, we'll take a look at this week's reviews. This week we grab our furry dice, firmly grip the steering wheel and look at racing games. First up, take to the water in Eliminator Boat Duel. 25 courses, 2 playing styles and the chance to add all manner of enhancements to your craft.
The graphics are a little bland in some places and the sound's a bit blippy-bloppy, kind of supermarket stuff.
For an NES game, it's great fun. You can almost imagine you're James Bond indulging in a high-speed boat chase.
It is a good game, definitely, but its long-term appeal is possibly doubtful.
Next up, the Mega Drive conversion of the stunning NES game Micro Machines. 27 tracks of, gosh, isn't my vehicle small action.
Like a lot of Mega Drive games, it is a bit easy. And in one player, I wouldn't expect it to last more than a couple of days.
If you've got a mate with you most of the time, then it's a worthwhile purchase.
I'm convinced it's a major contribution to the amount of fun you can have with your Mega Drive.
Finally, bird's eye view monochrome racing action with more tracks than you can shake a Game Boy at. Dirty Racing.
Everything about the game really just shrieks average. The graphics and the sound and the playability, it is just enjoyable, yeah, but very typical.
The tracks are too thin, the cars are too wide. You don't really want to be caught playing this game, it's just complete cat.
At last, it's time to announce the winners of our designer game competition using Amos on the Amiga. Any idea we had of awarding just one prize went straight out the window as we were bombarded with entries from all over the world. Europress Software kindly gave us a mountain of extra prizes to dish out. 10 special runners-up awards of Easy Amos went to the best game design on paper. In reverse order, Angus Poland played on the Scottish Connection with Highland Wildcat. In 9th place, Alex Burdett and Gavin Bond had a very witty bout of nautical nuances. At 8, Nick Harmer, Alan Darling, Matt Gathercall got it for the rather noir Cyber Team. At number 7, John Cooksicki and Matthew Honeybell had a platform run to be in Farm Island. Earning 6th place with some daunting draftsmanship was Kira MacDonald and Suicide Sucks. At 5, one of our younger entrants, Matt Roberts, with a finely detailed What's Up Doc. In 4, we get surreal with Sheriff Handbag from Richard Leach. And at 3, the youngest runner-up, 12-year-old David Slade with Bionic Baby. Second best design on paper went to Peter Balshaw for the atmospheric Dungeon of Prisoners. But for sheer volume of tree-destroying paper, Lee and Paul Deval impressed us the most with the nature-ish platform game Woody. Now on to the actual games. 2 special commendations were awarded to, first of all, 20-year-old Fraser Ashworth for Super Blue Kid, a very impressive Robocod-style parallax scrolling extravaganza. Also commended was Stellar Escape, a Xenon 2 type shoot-'em-up sent all the way from Spain. Produced by Jose and Alberto Ruiz, Juan Anilo and Francisco Just. The designers of both these games received copies of Amos Professional, the ultimate programming package. But the overall winner was Charlie Chimp, programmed by 22-year-olds Brian Bell and Ashley Cunningham in a transformed garden shed in Belfast. This won for sheer playability. The game will be on the cover of next month's Amiga format. As well as that, the winner gets £500 worth of Amiga hardware. Well done, everybody. Some more mouth-watering morsels for you all to feast upon. Now, as I wind my way through the bowels of the rig to meet tonight's celebrity, let's find out what challenge they'll be facing.
I've decided to opt for the brute force of an arm wrestling encounter on Arm Champs 2. I must admit it's all a bit macho for me, but I'm aware that everyone's tastes need to be catered for. Each contestant will have one attempt to record the highest possible strength reading against the computer. No room for the faint-hearted on this one, so fret not about Wittgenstein's latest theorem, and give it your all.
And we're very lucky tonight to have 3 of the world's premier arm wrestlers meeting head-to-head for this challenge. So please give a warm welcome to Rod Rambo Lynette, Robert Bad News Brown, and Tony the Lunatic Dupre. Welcome, Tony. Okay, now I'd like to turn to you first of all, Rod. You're the world champion at left and right hands. You must be the favourite tonight.
Yeah, well, arm wrestling's done in weight classes, and there's a very big man standing next to me. And be quite honest, he's good, but I'm better.
Okay, all right, let's turn on to Robert Bad News Brown. Will you be bad news for the other two tonight?
Oh, definitely, yeah.
You'll be...
I think I'll win this tonight.
All right. Now let's go on to Tony. I think you're our smallest equal challenger. Is size important in this thing?
No, not really size, but strength and technique is, and I'm here to prove that a smaller guy can technically beat bigger guys like these.
Okay, well, just to give you at home an indication of how strong these guys will be, I'm going to pick a volunteer from the audience, get them down there, and see how well they do, okay? So I'll pick one completely at random. You, in the long blonde hair, white T-shirt, would you like to come down? Let's have a round of applause for our volunteer. All right, welcome. What's your name?
Steve.
All right, and Steve, okay. What we're going to do is, you must remember, you've got to keep your elbow down at all times. We're going to measure you up against the computer and measure your total tonnage. Are you up for it?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay, if you'd like to assume your position, Steve. You get 8 seconds, Steve. Just push as hard as you can for the 8 seconds, and it'll register your strongest tonnage. That's it, Steve. Keep going. Come on, Steve. That's it all the way, Steve. No, it's not good. Yes. Yes. Nice one, Steve. Okay, Steve got 26.2 kilograms. Round of applause for that volunteer. Thanks, Steve. Okay. Right now, our 3 arm wrestlers are going to warm up under the watchful eye of referee David Sheed. And if you want to find out the outcome of this epic battle, join us after the break. Welcome back to GamesMaster, where we're at the start of the unofficial World Arm Wrestling Championships on the arcade game Arm Champs 2. We have got Rod Rambo-Lynette, Robert Bad News Brown, and Phil the Lunatic Duray here challenging for the title. With me in the commentary box is CVG's Tim Boone. Welcome, Tim.
Hi, Dominic.
Now, Tim, there's not much we can tell these blokes about arm wrestling, but have you got any tips from the arcade game point of view?
Sure. First thing to remember is that this machine has no respect whatsoever for size. Doesn't care how big you are. All it cares about is technique, and they tell me that it's all in the wrist.
Okay, then. All right, so I'd like to invite our first competitor. Let's have a warm round of applause for Tony the Lunatic Duray. Okay, so here goes Tony mentioning up from the crowd are going wild. Tony's got a lot of fans here. Here's the robot, Tim. He's going to push as hard as he can for 8 seconds.
Absolutely, yeah. The computer's going to measure the amount of pressure that he can put on that arm.
Okay, oh my word, he's got too strong to measure. Oh dear. Round of applause for Tony Duray. Okay, now please welcome Robert Bad News Brown. Okay, so here comes Robert. What can he do, Tim? I mean, he can only equal it, can't he?
Absolutely, he's just got to put everything he's got into it.
Okay. So here comes Robert. Will it be bad news for Tony? And he's pushing really hard. It's good up. He's not saying
off again.
Oh, no! Robert Bad News Brown as well.
This is extraordinary.
Too strong to measure. Okay, so please, a round of applause for our final competitor tonight, Rod Rambo-Lynette.
This machine is doomed.
We've got the robot there. He looks pretty mean, Tim. But
what does that mean? I think he's actually going to just self-destruct the machine.
Okay, he's pushed it down. Rod, he's got it. Oh, he's got it.
It's over the top again.
Rod Rambo-Lynette, too strong to measure. A 3-way infinity tie.
Quite
Round
incredible.
of applause for Rod Rambo-Lynette. Now, this is all rather strange to us. It's the first time we have ever had 3 people completely trounce. I mean, it's just a brilliant example of brawn over technology. Did any of you find it difficult in the slightest?
Too easy. Powered for it.
Too easy.
Okay. Now, listen, just imagine that the scale had been larger. Who would have won then, on the strength of today?
Well, the lightest guy, as I said, I proved it. I've done these guys. It's as simple as that.
And Rob, the final word from you?
Super heavyweight would have won it. That's me.
Okay. All right, well, you don't need to disagree any longer because for the first time in GamesMaster's short but sweet history, it's a 3-way tie, so we need 3 golden GamesMaster joysticks. us, Rod Ramble-Lynette, Rob Bad News Brown, and Tony the Lunatic Duray. Thank you, boys. All right, it's going to take us quite a while to recover from that. These boys obviously don't need any tips, but there's a lot of people at home who do. So now it's time for the consultation zone.
Hello, GamesMaster.
Welcome up to the helipad. What is it that's troubling you?
I can't get into the wizard's house on Goblin's Toe. How do I do it?
First of all, you need to fill up the bottle with water from the fountain. Get Winkle to use this on the toad to make him jump off the stone. Now, get Fingers to pick up the stone and use it on the mechanism to knock the ladder on the roof so that Winkle can climb up onto the wizard's house and enter it through the chimney. Got that?
Yes, thanks.
Good. Then be gone with you. Who's next?
Hello, GamesMaster. In Ganon's Tower on Zelda 3, when I reach the 3rd floor, there is a ledge with a crack in it which I cannot get to. How do I get to it?
You will need to stand right on the edge of the platform, facing up toward the 2 blocks. Then dash into them using your Pegasus shoes. You shall now bounce across the gap.
Thanks a lot.
And who's last for the evening?
Hello, GamesMaster.
What's your question?
On the Adams Family on the Super Nintendo, I just can't get anywhere at all. Can you help me?
Oh, dear. What a pitiful plea. Oh, well, follow this advice. Play the game through once and then die, as you've been doing rather a lot by the sound of it. Then, on the continue screen, walk off to the left to collect 4 extra lives. Use them wisely.
Thank you.
Well, I hope these tidbits bring a few rays of happiness into your miserable lives. More goodies next week.
Some more good old-fashioned solutions to modern-day problems. Now it's back to the slightly misshapen-headed one for tonight's final challenge.
To round off the evening's proceedings, I've opted for an amusing little game called Fiendish Freddy's Big Top of Fun. As the bald but muscular Horace, the high diver, tonight's last contestant will need to successfully perform 4 increasingly difficult dives. To keep on course during the dive, Horace needs to carry out various aerial poses. Failure to perform these poses results in Horace being blown off course. I hope that, like me, you have a head for heights.
For these aquatic pursuits, we are very lucky indeed to have with us Olympic gold 100 metres breaststroke medalist and the most popular swimmer Britain has ever produced, the one, the only, Duncan Goodhew. Okay, thank you. Now, Duncan, I must ask you, are you enjoying your stay on the resort?
Oh, it's great. Getting here was a bit of a problem.
Listen, I'm really sorry about that. Thank you very much for agreeing to actually swim all the way out. It was very kind of you.
Well, I know the budgets are tight at Channel 4, so anything I can do to oblige.
Thank you very much. Now, you're playing a diving game in preparation for your journey back, I might add. How do you fancy your chances at it?
I don't think any diver, self-respecting diver, will talk to me for the rest of my life.
Well, we've got no self-respect on this show anyway. If you'd like to sit yourself down, Duncan, and get ready to dive. Joining me at poolside is Renegade's favourite boy, Tom Watson. Welcome, Tom.
Good evening, Dominic.
Now, so Duncan's got some quite complicated stuff here. Any guidance for him?
Well, the stunts he's got to perform are shown in the top left-hand corner of the screen. He's got to make sure he puts in those stunts on the way down, otherwise Fiendish Freddy will appear on a jetpack to try and blow him off course.
Right. Duncan has 4 dives into increasingly smaller targets. If he misses the target, it's a Arrivederci Duncan. Duncan, are you ready?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Then off you go with your first dive. Okay, here we have Horace climbing up. He started his first dive here.
Off he goes. Now, Duncan's waggling the joystick, Dominic,
Now
to
it says
keep him on target. He's into
pike. He's done the pike. That's fine. He's done that. Okay.
We'd like to see a swan dive. We'd like to see a swan dive. That's a straight up on the
Straight
joystick.
up. Oh no, he didn't.
There's Freddie trying to push him off, but he gets in. He gets into the dive.
Now he's got to do a ballet, which is bottom left here.
He's right on top of the target now. He's about to go into the
straight up with the target. He's done it. He's done it. He's got the first dive.
Didn't put in the dive required, but still enough stunts, I think, to get through it.
That's right. Now the target's a bit smaller here, Tom. It's a smaller basin. He's got to be a bit more careful.
Well, that's right. We've gone from a half butt to a bucket, so Duncan's really got to be spot on here. And off he goes.
Okay, and he's a bit higher up now. Okay, he's pushing. He's going to do a yoga, which is left. He's going to hit left and fire.
Hit left.
Oh, he did it. A lovely little yoga there.
Absolutely spot on.
Beautiful, mind-bending. Now he's got to do a pike.
Well, he'd better get into the pike quickly.
Upright, here comes Venus Freddy.
Well,
that's a king tuck, not a pike.
It'll do, but he's well off target. He's got to
get back on the target
here. You can see
here.
in the bottom left-hand corner, he's coming back over the target.
I think he's going to do it. Yes, he's done it. Into the second bucket. We can see his arm aloft in triumph there. You can see the target in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen. There's a little cross over it, which shows how much he's on course. If that cross wavers, he's got to get back on target.
And here goes Horace.
Okay, the first dive is a ballet,
so he's
which is bottom left.
He's tumbling nicely. He's a bit off target. He wants to get back.
Now, when it flashes, that's when he's got to do it. Oh, he hasn't done it. I think he's gone in a dive bomb instead there.
Well, let's just see him get back on target. That's really what he's got to do.
You can see the cross. It's quite far off the left.
Down.
He's got to do another ballet, which is bottom left. He's done a ballet. Beautiful ballet. Now he's off target, though.
And those
bottom right here.
Almost there. He's better get into it.
Oh, he's going to go back to the left. He's going to miss it. He's going to go back to target.
Absolutely.
Oh, no, he missed it. Oh, missed it. Target splattered into the ground, which means, unfortunately, Duncan Goodhew's challenge is over. Round of applause for Duncan. They must have been cheated somehow. Listen, Duncan, it was quite tough for you out there, wasn't it? The first couple of dives were nice and you were getting some impressive-looking moves. Talk me through some of it. Where did it go wrong?
The yoga position was nice and laid back. But I did have trouble on the cross stick there.
I think we all do, Duncan, in our own little ways. Well, unfortunately, Duncan, we can't give you a golden joystick. But instead, as a little bit of a consolation, Auntie Marisha's got a bit of a surprise for you. So let's have a big cheer for Auntie Marisha here.
Okay,
There you go, Duncan. You can take whatever takes your fancy from that one.
Take a nice big one anyway.
All right, I don't blame you. All right, thanks, Auntie Marisha, and a special thanks to a special guest, Duncan Goodhew. Well, sadly, we've reached the end of another show. It's Goujon of cod on the menu tonight, so we're off to whip up a white sauce for that, and we'll see you next week. Good night. The GamesMaster Club is open to all our viewers. Members receive challenge stopwatches, badges, stickers and other paraphernalia. To join, send a cheque or post order for £11.15 to the GamesMaster Club, PO Box 91, London E14 9GT. Or if writing's too much of a strain for you, you can call 0891 600 123. Calls cost 36p a minute cheap rate and 48p a minute at all other times. You must have permission before you make the call.